Today, you got an opportunity to buy one of my favorite new tech stocks that's also a play on wind power, our favorite source of renewable energy on Mad Money. It's 2009's, like this year's 2008 natural gas, 2009's fuel, because it's the cleanest, cheapest at 4 cents a kilowatt. And aside from some graphic limitations, I think the best way to generate clean energy. It also has a business that keeps growing and growing and be able to raise price and make money. That was a tough word because oil's up so much. And the stock is, yes, Owens Corning, hence still one more cat. We bring out the meerkats and we really exhausted all cats. Now, I recommended this stock back on May 12th at $24.74. The stock then surged up to $28.58 on some positive developments. Now it's right back to $24.82. Same price I recommended it. Owens Corning, or the OC for those in the know, is a pastiche of a company, a mosaic even, but not an enigma to those who understand that companies can change their stripes. Oh, not a lot of stripes there. Maybe give me a cat with stripes, will you? Okay, most people think of this stock as a housing play. They think it's the Pink Panther, the logo for the insulation business. It also makes shingles and asphalt. Not that attractive right now. Those use a lot of energy. Although the insulation business obviously has a green side. We're going to speak more about that. It helps to save energy. Insulation saves 48% of the energy in homes and 30% in commercial buildings. But that doesn't matter to those on Wall Street who persist in viewing the OC as simply a housing play, and they don't like it, our opportunity. I think they couldn't be more wrong, because there's another side to Owens Corning, the larger, well, in terms of percentage of growth, faster growing side, and that's the composite materials business, where the OC takes glass fibers and combines them with other materials to create composites that are strong, durable, light, and flexible. These are the composites and the components used by the wind industry, where you really need materials of incredible strength and flexibility. And just so we know, these things run hot. They run hot. People don't understand that. So you need a strong composite. That's why I recommended the stock at 24 and change. Since then, Owens Corning has expanded its composites business in Russia and China. And the weaker-looking construction-related businesses are looking to stay more stable, with the OC's re-insulation business expected to grow at a 10% clip. Again, profitable. The entire insulation division is now expected to remain profitable for the whole year, in spite of the black hole of money that is the home building industry, thanks to capacity management. Remember, by the way, HGX testing its low, housing industry, lots of the companies still in trouble. So we also have trepidation about the stock, but after the run. But I'll give you some, we'll find out more in a sec. The company expects its roofing and asphalt business to improve for the rest of the year because of higher pricing and seasonality. Now, you had a chance to buy the OC at $24.74. Now, even with the positive new developments, you can get it even cheaper. I smell opportunity, but I want to get a clearer picture of Owens Corning to help convince the skeptics, of which there are many, who are worried about its exposure to housing and energy costs to make its product. And that's why we're giving a Mad Money triple booyah welcome to Mike Thaman. He's the chairman and CEO of Owens Corning. Sir, how are you?
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Good to see you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
All right. First of all, I was talking with my friend Bill McCandless, who used to work at CNBC, works at Street.com now, and he said, Jim, do you have any play for what homeowners are going to do in order to be able to lower their heating costs? I didn't want to reveal. I never reveal to anyone who's coming on the show. But aren't you basically the top-of-mind selection for someone who says, wait, natural gas, my heat bill's going to go up. What do? I go and buy Owens Corning. Is that a sensible proposition?
It's a sensible proposition, and it should be more top of mind than it is today. When you look at most homes in America today, we estimate 60 million homes are underinsulated.
60 million?
Pretty much any house that was built before 1980, the energy standards at that time were lower.
Okay.
And if you haven't re-insulated your house since then, now's an opportunity for you to get after your energy bill. Insulation is recognized generally as the cheapest way of improving the energy efficiency of your home.
Why are people not realizing that a certain price of energy, and I believe we've hit that price, your more important business becomes the insulation business rather than the new?
Well, I think insulating your attic is not that exciting a thing to do in your home.
Right.
People don't see it. They don't know that you've done that. You have to really want to study your utility bill and go after that cost. But I think we're seeing it today with SUVs.
Yes.
Gasoline goes to $4, and the flip happens where people start to buy the sedan. They go away from the gas-guzzling car. We would expect in the future that not having an energy-efficient home will start to impact resale values. It'll start to impact, the ability for you to sell your house.
No, actually, I'm looking at a home right now. For the first time in my life, I said, okay, there's taxes, there's interest, and there's heating bill.
Right.
I'd never done that before, and all I'm looking for is houses that have zones that are new. Because the old ones don't have the insulation and aren't zoned. So I think you're right. I think it's already top of mind. Now, this is really important. We have introduced your stock not just as that play, because we couldn't get behind, because the perception of your just being a housing play is too much for us. But when we looked at and broke down windmills, we kept seeing your name.
That's right.
Talk about why you have a proprietary business that others can't have and how it's expanding.
Well, our composites business, which you did in the introduction, is the fiberglass reinforcements that goes into plastics. And if you think of a windmill blade, these things are 40 meters long, going to 60 meters long. We put 8 tons of fiberglass in one individual blade in order to make it stronger. And as you try to get more energy out of these windmill blades, you're going to need to make them stronger. You need to make them lighter. What we have done with the acquisition of Vetrotex, which was the Saint-Gobain composites business.
Which was, in retrospect, a fabulous buy, That's a French glass company.
We loved the business from the beginning. We wanted to get bigger in this business. What we've done is we've created a global footprint. We not only are the basic in the glass manufacturing, we make fabrics and weave the fabrics into advanced composites. And we participate basically in every level of the value chain to help the wind blade manufacturers make better blades. Our next big push here is going to be high-performance glasses that give them yet the next generation of performance. It takes many years to get those qualified. Those are coming out of the lab today.
Can you give me a view of your order book for composites for wind?
Well, we wouldn't have a specific order book just for wind. So when we look at our product lines, we know which product lines go into wind, but we certainly, for planning purposes, talk to our customers. And what they tell us is 15 to 20% is a good estimate of the amount of growth that we're going to see in the installation of new windmills. If we look back and back test the forecasts, historically this industry has underestimated the rate of growth. So we are not at all nervous that that kind of growth is out there for us for the next 5 to 10 years, and we're willing to invest in behind that to make sure that we are the supplier of choice.
I'm also getting, though, the pushback, and one of the reasons why I think the stock fell from 20 to 24 is the asphalt business is a huge oil user. How much should we be worrying about that if we buy the stock?
Well, we've talked a fair amount about our roofing business in our calls.
And you're so straightforward; it's almost painful.
Yeah,
you do not play. No, honestly, you don't play up the wind thing. No, I dug that. It's just not your style.
Appreciate that. Yeah,
it's not your style.
And roofing's been a tough business really since the hurricanes in 2005. There's been a lot of industry consolidation. It's a good industry structure. We've got a great franchise. We just needed to find an even keel there. We said very clearly in our first quarter call, you'll see profitability in the second quarter. We stand by that.
Excellent. This is Mike Thaman, Owens Corning, Chairman and CEO. I am so glad I got behind your company, and I think you got another great opportunity to buy the stock at 24. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Great to see you.
Appreciate it.
It's David Kramer.